Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Donald Francis, and welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast. We're helping people bring their imagination into reality. So listen, I want to talk to our community, and the people that I talk to are the people that I used to be, the place that I've come from. I used to live in the Reddick Projects, Brooklyn, New York, and we used to have so many, ideas, so many dreams, so many hopes, and because of our environment, caused some of the things that we wanted to do to change because we thought about somebody else's opinion. We thought about, or rather than not, we were going to be a sellout, and rather than not, that was a particular thing that because we wore sneakers and jeans and do-rags and wife beaters and stuff like that, if we had a suit, if we wore a suit, it's because we went to the graduation. If we wore a suit, it's because we went to a funeral, unfortunately. If we wore a suit, it's because we went to a wedding or so, But we never have been taught to wear a suit, to either go to the interview or to be the person that's going to interview other people because of the fact that we need our own rather than work for somebody else's. So I wanted to say, listen, we need three things that we have to take a look at, and I'm going to let you go after this. Three things. The first thing is we want to create boundaries. It's all right to create boundaries. There's nothing wrong. We have this negative connotation that all of a sudden, if we build boundaries, we have to be mad at somebody or be upset with somebody or be angry with somebody and keep people away. But I would like to think that if you build boundaries, it's because it's an act of love. By sharing with people, listen, this is a point that I would never go beyond because I respect you, and or I'm asking you never go beyond those particular points because you respect me. And I'm sharing with a person how I am so that they can learn me, and I want to learn them just as well as they learn me. That's point number one. So while we're building boundaries, we want to make sure that the boundary that we build, first of all, is that I'm going to get up because I want to start my own business. I have my own vision. And because I have my own vision, there's certain things I want to do. That thing is going to cause me to say, listen, I'm going to write my vision board. I'm going to write down what it is that I believe. I'm going to write down what it is that I want. And as I want it, this is the stuff that's going to cause me to get up in the morning. And that is 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm up. I'm gonna make a walk. I'm wash up. I'm gonna take my walk. Get my mind centered to go to my regular, secular job. After I go to my secular job, I'm gonna create the energy to be able to write down certain things that I want to do and pursue the stuff that I believe. That's number one. So whatever it is, be centered. Do what you want to do, regardless. I don't care what nobody feel, nobody think. You might feel dumb doing something because you might not have the money to do it, because you might not have the mean or even the education to do it. But if you put 2 steps in, 3 steps, and you keep doing it, eventually those steps become multiple. And before you know it, you've created something that was nothing. You're manifesting your imagination. So we're creating boundaries, right? Then number 2, we want to make sure that we put things into action as we are creating boundaries. We don't ever want to stay stagnant no matter what it is that we do. So what are the things that I'm going to do when I put things into action? Well, here's the deal. I want you to know that when you are starting your own business or you're starting your own organization, or you're starting a rap group, you want to start, get a barbershop, you want to have shows, whatever you want to do, always remember you want to get an agenda. When you call the several people to be in your circle, the one thing about putting it into action beside writing it down is get an agenda and have bullet points. Give out literature. Here's my agenda. Here's my bullet points. This is what we're going to talk about. This is the what it is. This is the how I want it done. This is the who I want involved. And then I want to get investors, And when you have your bullet points and you have a clear direction of where you're going, everybody else around you will take you serious, because where I came from, people never took you serious, because when you call people around to say, I want my rap video, or I want to do some type of show, I want to do something with, have something to do with movies or whatever it is, some type of entertainment. We were in our wife beaters when we did it. We were in our do-rags when we did it. We're in footsies and shorts when we did it. What part of the game is that? So we did it only for the time being, never written anything down. The next day, we'll forget about the fact that we even had a particular meeting. And guess what happens after that? It eventually vanishes away. We get upset as the visionary because nobody else is putting in anything, but it's because they never had no clear direction because we never gave it to them. So after building boundaries, put it into action by writing it down, getting some literature, giving it out. The other thing you want to do while you're putting things into action is you want to look the part. Wear a button up, wear a tie, wear some type of, blazer, get a haircut, look clean. Let people know I'm here and I'm about business. And while you're about business and you're writing and you're reading off all those bullet points, give yourself a time limit that at least for 15 minutes, I want to talk about each bullet that I have on my paper, that I want to talk about each thing, on the agenda. Give yourself so that you won't bore everybody. If you keep going long and drawn out, nobody's going to want to hear, more or less be interested, more or less participate in the thing that you want to do. You see what I'm saying? Last but not least, so after you've built boundaries, after you put it into action, here's what you want to do in the hereafter. You want to maintain a specific character of excellence. You're only as good as how you treat other people. You can't expect for anybody to want to do anything with you and or for you and support you, and you treat people like they're nothing. And can I say it? You treat people like trash. You have to maintain a positive attitude, a level of patience, a level of maturity. Be poised in what you do, fall back and just don't jump to every nook and cranny. Know how to respond rather than to react. You got what I'm saying? So these are the things that I want to give you tonight, And again, this is the reason why consistency is important. This is the reason why subscribing to the Now is important. This is the reason why you can't stand in your own way, because sometimes we have the ability to stand in your own way. So I read a book called What Got You Here Won't Get You There. And it's a very, very interesting story. But the moral of the book is sometimes we have the ability to stand in our own way. Listen, it's one thing for other people it's one thing for other people to stand in your way, but it's a whole different subject, a whole different ball game when you stand in your own way.